Boards have covered up what was previously this Teaser World Market in downtown San Luis Obispo since its closure in July, with Starbucks recently being announced as the new tenant, according to the San Luis Obispo Tribune. Mixed martial arts is back in San Luis Obispo. With legends such as Chuck Liddell and Chad Mendes attending Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo is well known for its MMA history. The Cal Poly Surfriders Club recently held their annual Make Waves Film Festival, with this year meaning more than most. I caught a glimpse of what this year's festivities brought and what it meant to the foundation.
The San Luis Obispo Make Waves Film Festival was held this past Friday in collaboration with the Surfrider Foundation at Cal Poly's Plant Conservatory, with students and festival goers alike being treated to live music, local vendors, and an array of plants to observe, with 9 short films to end the night off. For Cal Poly Surfrider co-president Kelsey Marie Byrne, the festival is a chance for students from all walks of life to come together.
The whole goal of the film festival is like at the end of or right around Earth Day and at the end of Earth Week. So it's supposed to be a big community event, often in collaboration with Green Campus. We just want community films, really. People like from around here, oftentimes students, which is wonderful to see their work. And just as long as it has some tether to the natural world.
The Best of Show winner for the festival, Andrew Okerlund, says the hardest part for him about the film was finally just plugging it all together.
It just took forever. Like, I just kept correcting really small things. And also, like, you know, I kind of just filmed when I felt like it. So there were some chronological holes, and like making it flow was a little hard.
This year's festival, dedicated in memoriam to Surfrider Foundation event coordinator Kenneth Taylor, meant to be one to not only celebrate his life, but also what he helped to create.
It just felt very natural and right to make the event about him, because he was always so stoked about Make Waves every year since our first year.
For Mustang News, I'm Michael Hernandez.
The Surfriders Foundation will look to host the event next year as well, with this year's funds raised going to the Big Surf Foundation underneath Kenneth's name. With 5 ice cream shops in the downtown area of San Luis Obispo alone, standing out from the competition can be a bit of a challenge. For Batch Old-Fashioned Ice Cream on Broad Street, the small white brick-and-mortar face structure has no problem attracting interest from old or new customers to their business. Although the building itself stands out, Batch prides itself on sticking to the basics, offering only the classic flavors for their cookies and ice cream, such as vanilla, chocolate chip, and strawberry. With not a whole lot of room in the kitchen, Batch had to get creative with their day-to-day operations, making all their cookie dough from scratch a short walks away in the Kreuzberg Cafe just down the street. For new customers of the establishment like Mia Kitahara and her family, growing up with old-fashioned ice cream in the Central Valley made her love for the sweet treat even fonder.
We were in town this afternoon. My brother, they told us, hey, there's an old-fashioned ice cream here, shop here. So we're like, you know what, let's go. So of all the places, we have to stop here because we just love the little small home family oriented atmosphere.
And even for newcomers to the old-fashioned ice cream experience, young Carson and Mia Kitahara, I think it passes the test with flying colors.
Good.
It's really For Mustang News, I'm Michael Hernandez.
Paso Robles School District hosted its first ever flag football championships this past Thursday at War Memorial Stadium, with students from elementary schools in the area, grades 3rd through 5th, competing at 2 different fields on site. Although the experience was brand new for the district, K-8 Paso Robles Athletic Director Tori Loney says the event proved it has room to stay.
Not everyone, whether it was administration, teachers, coaches, site ADs, not everybody thought it was a great idea or that it could happen this year. So that was the biggest struggle, but I think everything's gone phenomenal, and we're really excited.
For head coach of the Paso Robles Bearcats, Matt Carroll, coaching the youth in the sport of football has not only helped grow his knowledge further, but also the player volunteers that helped to play various roles on Thursday afternoon.
You know, mistakes are always going to be made with that, and I think our players are learning. I think our volunteer coaches are learning, but the big thing is this is our first year doing it off a really short season. I'm really proud of how we're rolling it out, and today we're really focusing on respect and sportsmanship.
Despite the sport being a new challenge for new players like 4th grader Bailey Dugan, she sees herself back on the field in no time.
This is my first time. So yeah, it was pretty scary at first, but then I did it and it was really fun. I think it's really fun because we also get to work as a team, and even when we get in fights, it always gets resolved.
For Mustang News, I'm Michael Hernandez.
With the departure of 4 NCAA national tournament qualifiers and a group of underclassmen stepping in, Cal Poly was ranked outside the top 30 in the nation, according to most outlets and preseason rankings. Despite the chatter, Cal Poly Wrestling has been ranked as high as 23rd in the nation as a team this season, having 6 wrestlers being in the top 30 for their respective weight classes.
We will not be defined by our ranking or by what team we beat. We're going to be defined of our progress and how much we've grown as individuals. And that's something we've been working on for a really long time. And I truly believe it. It's taken me a while. You know, I'm a competitor, man. I want to win more than you can imagine. I love to compete. I love to win. And we are trying to win. But the way you win is by focusing on improvement.
For mindset and performance coach and former Division I wrestler Coit Cooper, building the mindset of improvement over results has been a major factor in the Mustangs' success this season.
One of our biggest philosophies is helping them with journaling and different pieces like that, so we're not overly focused on results. We don't need them focusing on winning and losing or rankings. Not only do we know that minimizes performance, we know it's not what's most important.
Even for 8th-year head coach John Cerritos, thinking about the wins and losses differently took some getting used to.
Probably the one that's been the most difficult is surrendering an outcome. Not being focused on winning and losing, that's the hardest one because we've been wired our entire lives that if you lose, you're a failure and you got to get better, and if you win, you're a success. But what we found is that there are times where maybe we win as a team or even individually, but we did not perform our best. It needs to be addressed.
Cooper, who has worked with the team for the past 3 seasons, was brought on as a full-time staff member this year, assisting throughout the season with lessons beyond the mats.
One of the first things we do with almost every one of these guys is we help get them in a meditation ritual. We help them learn breathing tactics and strategies to not only center their nervous systems, but get control of their mind. That's a core skill set on this team. Guys are constantly working it for matches and that to keep their nervous system in the right spot. But we also do unique things like helping them establish their values. What are the things that are most important to them?
Although many members of the team have now bought onto these methods, Cooper says the help from leaders like graduate student Adam Kemp have helped the program stick.
And Adam was so critical and being like a guy on the team that everybody respected, and he jumped in and started doing his thing. And I've told my wife, I'm like, at the beginning, we're trying to grab guys. Now you could write any guy on the team, and any one of them would say, yeah, let's jump on, let's work.
Redshirt sophomore Trevor Tinker, last year's remaining qualifier and Intermat's number 23 ranked wrestler at 285 pounds, says the addition of Cooper to the Cal Poly staff has improved his game tremendously.
I think just the team as a whole, too. We're just having it shows on the mat. We're out wrestling hard. Even Oregon State, we didn't win the team score, but we wrestled hard every match and just showing. And guys are coming off the mat and just, as a team, we're just making adjustments, coming watching film the next day and getting better.
For Mustang News, I'm Michael Hernandez.